Today, we would like to have one more function, uh, very important function, which is used very widely in Excel. That is COUNTIF function. COUNTIF function. We know count is already available as a group function along with some average, minimum, maximum count. And we do have one more function that is COUNTIF. This will give you based on the condition that you have specified. Let us see what is the syntax of this COUNTIF function. Is equal to COUNTIF range, and this is the range is considered. After considering the range, and it will use the criteria. Criteria is nothing but a condition. Based on this condition, how many cells are satisfying this particular condition will be written to you using this COUNTIF function. Let us take, or to understand this particular function, we will try to use one simple example. That is, let us take name and age is available. Now, here we do have around 13 records are available. Their ages are their ages are being given. Now, let us see a simple way of using counting function. Now, I wanted to know how many are how how many are less than 20 years. I wanted to know how many are there less than 20 years. To understand this one, what I do is I will use one simple function here that is nothing but count if. Now age is available from B2 to B14, comma. What is the condition means it should be less than 20. In double quotes, less than 20. I don't want to consider 20 years, it should be less than 20. So if you press enter key, you will find four people are there whose age is less than 20 years. Similarly, I wanted to know how many how many are greater than 25 years. I want to know how many are there whose age is greater than 25 years. If that is the case, I can use once again the COUNTIF function. The age is from B2 to B14, and what should be the condition means it should be greater than 25, 25 and above. So that means 25 is equal to 25. So I'm not 25, so that's greater than 25. So I just use this one. There are three people are there whose age is greater than 25. So in this example, 27, 28, 29 are there. So three people are there. I have got it. So similarly, I wanted to know how many are there whose age is only 15 years. So how many, how many, uh, how many people are there? How many only one student, only one person is there whose age is equal to 15. I can do this. Right. Now, similarly, I can also have, I can also have the other way. I can also use some simple statistics where I can use it. For example, let me clear up this. Let me clear up this, and let me clear up this, and take this particular function or this particular column as usual, and this particular column as usual. Now I know, looking at this, I have the age is in between 15 years to 20 years. One group is there, and 21 to I wanted to have 25 years. There are there, and there are people from 26 to 30 are there. I wanted to know how many are there in between 15 to 20 and 21 to 25 and 22 to 36. To do this one, I can use a simple counting function to generate such a frequency distribution table. So how do I do it? Means count if count if age is from B2 to B14, and what could be the age means less than or equal to 20. I wanted to have even 22, right? So there are only four of them are there whose age is in between 50 to 20. Similarly, if I wanted to know how many of them are there in between the 20 to 25, so I will use once again B2 to B14, and if I say here less than or equal to 25, now what happens is it will give you all less than or equal to 25. But in this, you have already considered that it will also include the people whose age is in between 15 to 20. So I wanted to have only from 15, 21 to 25 means what you do is subtract the number of people whose age is between 15 to 20. So that's the reason what I should do is minus, I can use count if and specify B2 to B14, comma, and less than or equal to 20 you specify here. So now you will get only those people whose age is in between to 25 to 21 to 25. The last one, if I wanted to have, let us say, count if and B2 to B14, and if I say less than or equal to 30, and I will put all the people, but I don't want to consider the people whose age is less than 25. So in that case, minus count F and specify B2 to B14, comma, and less than or equal to 25. You use it and subtract it, so you will get it. So as I said, the total number of people we have considered is 13. So we can see that we have got all the 13 people ages we have got. So like this, I can use on the numeric columns or on the numeric data. I can use COUNTIF. Can you say that? Can we use only this COUNTIF function on numeric columns, not on the string data? Why not? It can be used even on string type data too. Let us see how do we do this. To understand this one, what I do is I would like to have a query like this, right? So how many names are how many names are starting with A? I want to know with A. I will just say this. Right. Now, if I wanted to have it, I can use count if Okay. Names are starting from A2 to A14. And if I wanted to start with A means I can use capital A and I can use one punctuation mark star. Star means a group of characters. After A, you can have only two characters or three characters or 10 characters or 20 characters. But the first letter is A. So whatever may be the name. So if I say just press enter key, there are only two names which are starting with A. So for example, in this Amar is there and Amar is there, Akbar is there. So only two names are which are starting with. Similarly, how many how many names are ending with with A? So in that particular case, the simple way of doing it is count if sorry count is equal to count count if, right, names are available from A2 to A14, comma, and whatever may be the case, whatever may be it is doing it, so we are not bothered about it may start with A or B or C or whatever it is, even it may, but it has to end with A and close this. So if it is starting with the end with A, then I wanted to have names plus enter key. So there are two names which are ending with A. So one is Lalita, Baba, only these two names are there. Similarly, I wanted to know how many names are there which are having two A's in it. which are having two names. So I will just say how many names have two A's in it. In that particular situation, I have to use a count if like this. Count F, right? Names are starting with A to A14, comma. And what is my condition is condition means it may start with A or in between you may have it two A simultaneously or one A is with after a couple of characters, one more A. It may be any combination and permutation. In that particular situation, I should use star A, sorry, star A, star, right? Then star and you can write a and one more star. Meaning is any combination, anywhere if it is either. Check it whether two A's are there, maybe simultaneously after a gap or in between or starting with. If it is having it, you please count it. So there are six names are there which are having two A's in it. For example, here Prasad is there, Amar is there, Lalita is there, Akbar is there, Baba is there, then Sagar is there. There are six names are there which are having two A's in it. Similarly, I wanted to know how many names having having only four characters. I don't know. I want to don't want. I should have only four characters. In that particular situation, you can use count F. Count F. The names are starting with A2 to A14, comma. And if you want to have only one character, you want to count one character, and like that, character by character, you have to use a punctuation mark called question mark, and question mark is used to match only one character, whereas a star is used to match a group of characters. Now, if you have used four question marks, means it will pick up only those names which are having four characters in it. So if I press in this, five names are there: Ravi, then Baba, Cappy, John, and one more is John Cap. John Cappy Baba is also there. So John Cappy Baba three, and Amar is four. Ravi is five. Five names are there which are having only five characters. Similarly, if you want to know how many names are there who is having A as a second character, if I wanted to know, so how many names having A as a second character? In that particular situation, I can use like this: count F, count F, A2 to A14. This is what. Now, what is my condition means? Whatever may be the first character, we don't bother. In that particular situation, you can specify question mark. And A, this A is second A is, must be the second letter must be A. And after that, any character, any combinations, you can use it and close this. It will give you only those names which are having the second letter as a A. Let us say there are five names are there. In Ravi, second letter is A, and Lalita, second letter is A, Baba, second letter is A, Cappy, second letter is A, Sagar, second letter is A. So like this, I have five names whose second letter is A. Like this, we can use COUNTIF function according to our requirement. According to our requirement. So finally, I would like to give you one more. This is uh, how many how many names starting with with uh, with a and ending with or, right? So in that case, count f count f a to a14, What is a condition means it should start with A. It should start with A. That is one. But add this any number of characters. But what it should do is it should end with R and close this and close this. So meaning is starting with A and ending with only two names are there which are starting with A and ending with R. They are one is Amar, another one is Akbar. Like this, we can use counting function, function, which is a very powerful function, which is used very widely in computing, computing or in counting purpose. Thank you.